welcome back to my kitchen and welcome back to my channel. Welcome here if you're new. I'm Jamie and I'm so glad that y'all are hanging out with me today in my kitchen. I got it smelling like fall. I got it looking like fall. I have to say fall and autumn are probably my most favorite season. I mean, besides Christmas, you know, but of course Christmas is my favorite. But I guess it's just, the house hasn't been really decorated since Easter. And so, you know, summertime is just kind of neutral. And then you get to really spruce it up with new colors. I love the burnt oranges and the amber colors this year. I'm loving the muted browns and all of that. Anyway, I showed you around the kitchen a little bit. We got some cookies in the oven, which by the way, easiest cookies ever. I tasted some of the batter going in. I haven't actually tasted them yet. It's a new recipe for me. I'm gonna link to it down in the description box below so you'll see where I got it. It's a friend of mine that posted it on Instagram and I had to try it, so I thought I would bring you along for that. And then we are gonna do our brown paper. I changed it out. I took the sun down. If you were here for the summer home tour, you saw that we had that up all summer long, and now it's time to change that paper. That's one of my most fun things I have decor-wise in my kitchen, and I know y'all love it as much as I do. And then we're gonna do a quick grocery store centerpiece with grocery store florals. I think it was $11, and it's gonna make a really, really nice centerpiece for any table. And the last thing is a good old-fashioned snack board. Some of you might refer to it as a charcuterie board, and it is just kind of a mixture of some of my fall favorites. I'm actually gonna be taking it to family dinner tonight, so I know my sister and her family and my parents are gonna be so excited about that. So I'll take you along for that. I'll share with you kind of what I'm using, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm so glad y'all are here. Before we get really started in today's video, I just want to say that I appreciate you guys so much reaching out. As you may or may not know, our community was affected by Hurricane Laura. It's been a little over, today actually marks 5 weeks. I was going to say a little over a month, but it's been 5 weeks since that happened, and that sounds like a long time, but unfortunately things are moving very slowly, progressing very slowly in our neighborhood and in our whole entire community. I'm actually looking out the window right now at my neighbor's house. It still has a bright blue tarp on it. So things are still not back to normal here. So I really appreciate the prayers. And that's one reason why I haven't posted a whole lot here on the channel, but I know you guys understand and I appreciate the support. So I couldn't do a total fall home tour on YouTube. It was just a little bit too much filming for me with the kids still being home. And so I decided to do some posting on Instagram, and I did my whole fall tour in pictures over on Instagram. So if you're not following me there, make sure you do at Bloom Creative Co, and you can see all the pictures of all the different ways that I used my fall decor this year. So without too much chatting and without any more time wasted, I just wanted to thank y'all for that. And we will go get started. I think we're gonna start with the brown paper behind me because I do have it ready to go. I kind of sketched it out like I always do, and I'm gonna go back over it. So I'm gonna take you along with me.
Do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile? Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever.
Y'all, while I was doing my brown paper, the buzzer started going off on the stove, on the oven. I just tasted the cookies. They're so good. I'm not just being dramatic. I promise they're so good. 3 ingredients. Again, it's going to be linked in the description below, so you can go check it out. Canned pumpkin, spice cake mix, and chocolate chips. That's it. So good. They're like a cakey cookie. Anyway, phenomenal. Okay, hopefully I don't have anything stuck in my teeth. Next thing we're gonna do, knocking it out, is our floral arrangement. So I have these little mums behind me, you can see. I actually have had those. I changed the water a couple of times because the water gets nasty. I have probably had them 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks. And they still look great. And I even shook them and none of the petals are falling off yet. So I'm gonna reuse those in a new bouquet. And then I added two more sets that I'm gonna put it with. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna get on to our snack board, and then we're gonna be done. We're gonna be done with our autumn kitchen. So anyway, thank you for sticking around, and let's arrange some flowers.
I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
So there's so many different ways you can do a snack board, and they can be fancy. You can put all kinds of fancy stuff on it. You can keep them simple. And you probably can guess that mine is going to be very simple. I do love fanciness. Trust me, I do. There's always a time and a place for it. But I wanted to show y'all some really practical things that you can get for your charcuterie. Let me back up to that word charcuterie. So I wrote a blog post about, I guess it was this time last year. It was probably last fall. And it was all about snack boards, why I call them snack boards and why I don't call them charcuterie boards. I love the name charcuterie. I love to say it. Some people say charcuterie, some people say charcuterie. It really doesn't matter. But once I learned to say it, I loved saying it. But then once I did some research and figured out what it actually means, I realized that us Americans are not using it correctly. So basically, the word charcuterie actually refers to the way meats are cured and dried. It actually refers to a variety of dried, cured meats, period. It doesn't say anything about cheeses. There's nothing about artisan bread. There's nothing about nuts and seeds and chocolates and all the other things that we put on these boards. So I vowed back then, last year, to stop calling it a charcuterie board unless all it had on it was meat. So these boards that I love to make and that you probably love to make at home are called, I call them snack boards. You can call them whatever. You can still call them charcuterie if you want to, but just so you know, when I say snack board, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Okay, so with that being said, you can get regular old pepperonis. I love pepperonis, my kids do too. And then you can also mix it with some really nice salami, like out of the deli. You can get a really, like a pre-made cheese ball. You can make your own. You can partner that with a really fancy cheese, like this one has blueberries in it. My husband is watching this and he's going right now because he hates putting fruit with cheese and salads and all that. He hates mixing fruit, but it's pretty, it's fall, and I know I'm gonna love it. My kids will probably not like it, but I know my mom is gonna love it, my sister's gonna love it. So I went with this. This is a $9 piece of cheese, but this is less than $3. So you don't have to go with all designer meats and cheeses. You can kind of mix and match. That's kind of my tip here. Or you can go really frou-frou. It's totally up to you. But I know that it's really easy to look at a snack board and think, oh my gosh, that's so expensive, you know, or that takes so much time. It really doesn't have to be. I think this is probably, this whole thing, taking everything out, putting it all together, start to finish, will probably take me less than 10 minutes. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm running low on time. My second batch of cookies is about to come out of the oven, and I know that Daisy Girl's gonna be waking up soon, so I'm excited to see how this one turns out. and it didn't take me 10 minutes, it took me 12 minutes. So a little more than 10 minutes. But just to let you know this is a store-bought cheese ball. We have salami and pepperoni. I love to use pistachios on boards like this. It feels just really luxurious. We have some really good Black Forest ham, which is Cracker Barrel brand, some black grapes, pepper jack cheese. I added some dark chocolate with almonds in the very last bit because I just thought it'd be nice to just kind of give a little more color, and then something sweet is always fun. Pecans. This is some black bean hummus with corn relish that I've been buying lately, and it is so good. These are the pea chips, of course, some sliced peppers, pretzel chips. That was the blueberry cheese that I showed you before. These are some breadsticks. I love to use breadsticks in the middle like that, especially for fall, because it kind of gives like a little haystack vibe to it, and I just think it's so pretty. Love those. They don't have a whole lot of flavor, but they're so good dipped in hummus. And then apples, I just tossed them in a little bit of pineapple juice to keep them fresh. Caramel dip there at the back, and that's it. That's it. And I think, I don't know if I mentioned pecans, but that was all I did. A lot of it I already had, some of it I bought new, so it just looks really fall, really festive, and everything is kind of in season, and it all really blends well together. I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me in my fall kitchen and getting a couple of things marked off my list. I had so much fun making that snack board with y'all, and y'all here, I'm gonna give you another close up, but these cookies are insane. Oh my gosh. And I made a little change to the flower arrangement. You'll see it behind me. Again, I'll show you a close up, but anyway, I just appreciate y'all being here in my kitchen and in my home and here on my channel. It means so much to me that you have chosen to spend your time watching and seeing what I'm doing for fall this year. So I appreciate that. And next on my fall agenda, I think is going to be my front porch. I've already done my back porch. Like I mentioned earlier, you can head to Instagram at Bloom Creative Co to see that full home tour that I did over there. And then front porch will probably be a video, so stay tuned for that. And my craft room is going to get done. I promise, hopefully in the next week. I've gotten so many messages saying, I thought you said your next video was gonna be a craft room and I haven't seen it yet. Did I miss it? No, you didn't miss it. I just haven't finished it yet. It's dragging on forever, but Adam and I are working on it, and we're gonna get it done here pretty soon, and we'll get that video up for you guys. So anyway, I appreciate you supporting Bloom. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit the red subscribe button, like this video if you love a good fall kitchen, and I will see y'all right back here next week with a brand new video.